throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Who needs hope? Who needs hope when you got D like this? Check 50, check 50. Cut. All right, Landon. Hang out, bam, bam. Got it. Hang out, bam, bam.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
380. Ninety-five. Gotta go.
Now Wilson on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
14.
Now Wilson on second down. Flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Push the team. 95, 95.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away to his left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Gotta go. Let's go, 14.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gotta go. Let's go, 14. 14. Let's go, 4 down.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
380. Hey. 14. Gun. Got it.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
380. Let's go, 14. Hey. Gun. Spot that.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Tempo. Tempo, baby. Let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
On second down, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Nazar Jones coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll toss it to Hunt. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Earl Thomas in on the stop. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Mahomes takes it himself, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run it with Carson, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Great fatigue.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll go again with McKissick. And room there to work it inside the 25. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Gotta go.
Here's Carson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Run left. Took right. They got 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Want that.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Partner, was that Justin Houston breaking up a pass on his zone drop there?
It was indeed the former Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, normally what we talk about with him, rushing the passer. That's where he's really earned his reputation. But showing here he can be a complete player with that great speed of his.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A toss play to Hunt. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. play action. Now it's Mahomes. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This is Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And Butker able to put this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? As another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
We got three, brother. Ready? Don't take too long. Smart that.
Now Wilson. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
And for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. D. Ford in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Wilson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride.
Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Hunt. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Chiefs, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be at home next week.